Welcome back, guys. Another video for you. I'm going to be demonstrating another math activity that you guys can do at home. Sometimes you just don't have a bunch of materials and you're thinking, oh, well, what is it that we could have at home that we could possibly use? So I wanted to talk about like doing some math with dice. You might be thinking about, oh, you mean just playing a game? Well, you can do a little bit more with that, but games that include dice are a good way for especially kids who are in kindergarten to count with the numbers and also just, moving how many paces, because believe it or not, kids have a hard time with counting in each place as they get a number that they rolled. So I have a couple of examples. I use in my class a couple of things. So the one thing that I usually start out with is this game board. We don't have a whole lot of board games. I kind of made this up myself. I found the template and then I put the numbers in there because this is essentially a number line system with its curves and things like that. And kids have a hard time sometimes with, even if we are using one die, moving forward. So the first move is easy because whatever number they get, go to, I rolled a 6. Look, I got 6. But then when they roll a 6 again, at the beginning, sometimes kids just go back and then they go, well, I'm on the 6 because I rolled a 6. And it's like, well, we're actually moving 6 more. And the next problem that they have is that, if they got a 6 and then they roll like a 5, they will start by going, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but that doesn't add up because they counted the number that they were on. So a thing to teach the kids during the games is, no, we're not gonna count this as 1 because we're already here. We're starting here and we're moving 5 more. So moving 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and getting to the 11, you're essentially showing some early addition just by playing these types of games and helping them understand that when we're here, this is where we start. We move from here. This game has some slides and stuff like that. But if your child, if you're noticing that they're already good with how to play the game normally, the next thing that I would do with my students is I would introduce a second die. So now they have 2 dice, and now they're adding. So you get, 4, and then you get 3. So, okay, so I can either do 2 ways. I can start at the first die number, 4, and then I can move 3 more, 1, 2, 3, and that shows 7. And then as you go along, you'll have to, do more. Oh, I got 2 6s. That's okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And let's count it again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You can do it that way, or you can just have them count. Because if you're using like a little character, they're here at number 7, and then you count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and then have them count out the 12. That can also be helpful too, depending on your child, because children learn differently, so you might have to use different strategies for them to get it, and they'll put it all together. Another thing that I wanted to show you, and you might not have this printout available, but one of the other things that I do is we do use the dice just simply to add the numbers, and with all the possibilities you can get from a dice roll, you can do different things, and I would have them write with a marker. But if you're at home and you just have a pen, pencil, and paper, you can have your kids show it by having them roll, and then you say, okay, well, we need to know what the 2 numbers are first. So what's on the first die? And then you have your kids count 2. And then okay, but what's the second number we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so these are the 2 pieces to our problem. And we need to see how much they all add up to. So count them all together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then you have them write that down. One strategy I like to have my kids do is, instead of having to count over again, you have 2 and you have 6, pick one to start from, and usually pick the bigger one. So instead of counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, I start at 6 and then add 2 more. 6, 7, 8. I call it shortcut counting because you're finding a way to count quicker, and it's what we want them to learn. We want them to learn that we start from somewhere and then we're adding more. We get some more, some people say. So those were some things that I wanted to show you as far as dice go. You might not have a game that has these types of things, but if you do have like a game, and even if you have one die in that game, I would encourage you. That's just another thing you can do while you're at home to get that out, and you can just pretend that it's 2, and just roll it 2 times over, and that way you're getting them in the habit of putting numbers together. And one more thing, if you really wanted to go that far, you can do something like doing some subtraction, and you say, well, how do you do that if you roll a low number first and then a high number in the next one? What you can do is you can take 2 die and you roll them, and so I got a 5. It is low, but then you take 1 away and then you subtract whatever it is on the other one. And if the number is like this, a 6, you might not be able to do it, but chances are, just some fun. I have 10 now, and then I take away one of them, and then so 10 minus 5, so 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, and I'm at 5. And like I said, you start at the number, and then you count back instead of counting it. So you wouldn't go 10, 9, 8. It's 10 you're starting at, and then you go back 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. So I just wanted to show you another idea for something you can do with math at home. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please like it, subscribe to my channel. I'm going to be posting more stuff like this, but I hope you guys enjoy. Thank you very much.